From changing your diapers to teaching you how to ride a bike, dads do so much for us. So when they have music that they want to share with us, the least you can do is listen. With artists from Nickelback to the Foo Fighters, baby, the so-called dad rock genre is filled with gems. Which is why today, me and my co-host are going to try and find the holy grail of dad rock. So stick around for more This or That starting right now. Welcome to This or That. This is the newest show on WTOP. And my name is Caden Nagel.
And my name is Rowan Astrino. To start, we should explain exactly what we're doing. So, on This or That, we will choose a niche topic and battle the best items in our new state-of-the-art decision-making process, the This or That Super Selector, which will find our winner each show.
Each item will have a seed, along with a 1 seed on each side, which will receive a first-round bye. The 2nd seed will play the 7th seed, the 6th will play the 3rd, and so on and so forth. At the end, we should have the ultimate item for that category, and crown it the This or That Holy Grail.
With that out of the way, let's get right into our contestants. On the first side, on the left, Freebird is going to be our first, or left 1 seed. This is a song by Leonard Skinner made in 1973.
It's easily deserving of the 1 seed.
Yeah, I think so. Next on the left side, we have Wheeling in the Years by Steely Dan, which was made in 1972, which we both agreed should definitely get the number 2 seed. Next, we have Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones, which is made in 1978. On the 4th seed, we have Tom Sawyer by Rush, which was made in 1981. Rounding out the 5 seed, we have High and Dry by Radiohead, which was made in 1995. At 6, we have Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan, which was made in 1965. And rounding out the end of the left side, we have Panama by Van Halen, which was made in 1984. Do you want to take the right?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the right, with our 1 seed, it's a dad rock classic, Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival, which came out in 1969, of course, during the Vietnam War. With the 2nd seed, we got Interstate Love Song by the Stone Temple Pilots, released in 1994, an iconic one. Up next is Hotel California, infamously released by the Eagles in 1976, followed by Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is our most current song from 2002. Then we have Black by Pearl Jam from 1991. Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, released in 1970. And finishing up the right side, we have Nutshell by Alice in Chains.
All right, well, that being said, let's just jump right into it, I guess, on the first matchup, which we have Wheelin' in the Years and Beast of Burden.
2 amazing songs, obviously. I personally will start saying I have a bias towards Reeling in the Years, as that was the song that I picked on my graduation post when I was done with high school. I used Wheeling in the Years to post it. It's just a great song. Steely Dan, kind of ultimate dad rock, cool guy.
Yeah,
Steely
no,
Dan.
definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely say between these 2 matchups, Wheeling in the Years and Beast of Burden, they're very infamous songs that I've been listening to for my whole life. And honestly, yeah, I mean, they're just really great songs. Beast of Burden, obviously, by the Rolling Stones. What, like, an infamous band for, like, this type of music, you know?
Yeah, they both, to me, at least feel like you should be listening to them while sitting on a boat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely.
For me, I will personally say Wheeling in the Years is going to have my vote.
You know what? I think it's before today. You could have asked me yesterday. I would have said Beast of Burden. You could have asked me that the day before. I would have said Beast of Burden. It might be Rolling Stone. That's my favorite Rolling Stone song. But Wheeling in the Years, I feel like I just grew up so much listening to that song. It's kind of hard not to go with Wheeling in the Years. So,
all right, so Wheeling in the Years wins the first matchup, and we'll be right back with you with the rest of the first round after this quick break.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan I've played for the last 15 games. Maybe.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that. Let me finish.
No,
Let me finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Oh.
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our
I
quick
don't care.
weather.
Never mind.
Welcome back to This or That. I'm Rowan Astronaut. This is my co-host, Caden Nagel. And to this week, we're going to be doing Dad Rock. So let's just jump right back into it. For the next matchup here, we have Tom Sawyer by Rush, which was made in 1981, and High and Dry, which was made by Radiohead in 1995, which is one of the more recent ones we have. I think the second most recent song we have here.
All right, so I would say interesting matchup, kind of an older song versus kind of a newer song, especially in style. Tom Sawyer, very classic, rock, heavy guitar, heavy drums, of course, rest in peace to the drummer from Rush, but and then we got a Radiohead song on the other side, a little bit softer, a little bit sadder. Definitely both songs that my dad loves to listen to, and definitely both fit in the vibe.
Yeah. No, I would say these are definitely both songs that I just want to put on my headphones, kind of lock everybody out, and just really just sing and pound my heart out,
Yeah.
But honestly, I think when you look at this matchup, it really just has to come down to what I listen to more. And I love Tom Sawyer, and Rush is such an incredible band with some of the most impressive musicians that there are. Like, Geddy Lee, he's definitely up there on the basses. Alex Lifeson, he's an amazing guitar player. And Neil Peart, as we mentioned before, maybe the greatest drummer of all time. And
make an argument.
Yeah, and it was just the three of them in Rush, so
no,
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I would agree with you that Tom Sawyer, while it is an amazing song, it doesn't make as regular of an occurrence in my day-to-day as High and Dry does. Radiohead just kind of can hit the spot. So are we giving it to Radiohead then?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to just give it to High and Dry. I mean,
all right.
Yeah. All right.
Then up next for our next matchup, we have Panama by Van Halen up against Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan.
Yeah. See, when I look at this is really just like two very iconic songs. Panama, obviously. I mean, I don't know who doesn't know Panama. And Like a Rolling Stone. I mean, if you didn't know that song before the Bob Dylan movie with Timothée Chalamet came out, you definitely know it now.
Yeah. No. Bob Dylan also, like, they're very different styles of song. But Rolling Stone a little bit softer than Panama. But Bob Dylan is such I feel like a staple that your dad shows you. Because it's an older musician, it's folk music, you know, it's a little bit,
Yeah.
it's like a culture thing. I don't know, it's maybe just for me, but like it's definitely, Bob Dylan is definitely something I share with my dad, so that makes me think of that a lot.
Yeah, I feel like when you're like, just this matchup, it really feels like kind of like a David and Goliath, but not even like a David, because like Panama on one hand, like it is this great song, but like how do you compare it to just a Bob Dylan song, you know? I mean, maybe that's just me. I'm very biased toward Bob Dylan. I just think he's one of the greatest songwriters, if not the greatest songwriter of all time. And personally, this isn't that close to me.
I definitely see your argument for why it's not close. I will say that Van Halen is like, if I ever want to get pumped up, I'm throwing on Van Halen, that vibe of rock. It's just, it's unbeaten in its 80s cool radness, you know? But I would be willing to concede on this one and go Like a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to give it to Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan.
All right, now to my side of the bracket, we're looking at Interstate Love Song versus Hotel California. Talk about heavy hitters. Probably one of the most iconic songs of all time up against Interstate Love Song here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Tell me.
All right, so personally, I'm like looking at this matchup, I'm seeing a song that I really, really love, an Interstate Love Song, no pun intended. And then I'm seeing Hotel California. It's just like a very iconic song. You know, it has that guitar solo. Everybody knows it. It's so overplayed, though. Like, it's just to the point where, do I want to ever put on Hotel California?
Yeah.
If I hear it on, will I still go crazy and like be like, it's Hotel California, I know the song. Of course, but
Yeah.
to me, go ahead.
I definitely feel that. It definitely loses some points on the overplayability part. Also, Interstate Love Song has that amazing acoustic cover, which is really good. And that definitely adds some points on it for me. But that being said, it is the Eagles, which is like, for me, gotta be a top rock band. Kind of gives me the same vibe as Steely Dan, where it's just like, when I think of it, I'm thinking dad rock. And it is their most popular song, so it would be hard for me not to move them on here.
You know, I do hear you. It's Hotel California is too iconic not to see it on the second round. It would not be doing it justice if we cut it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to go with Hotel California for this one.
As crazy as it might sound. All right, next one. We have Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which was released in 2002 and is our most recent song. And then Black by Pearl Jam, which was released in 1991.
Two definitely newer songs here, and definitely more on the, I would say, alternative side of rock things, especially with the Chili Peppers and Pearl Jam. For me personally, Can't Stop is just an absolute vibe. I really like Black, but Can't Stop will get me out of any bad funk and into a good mood. It's just the repetitive nature of the chorus. I'm always singing it out loud. I mean, Flea is going crazy on the bass. It's just, altogether, it just feels like a better song to me.
Really? Okay, see, this might be the first disagreement here, because I love Can't Stop, I love Black, but when you think of, or at least when I think of dad rock, Pearl Jam is just one of those bands that just immediately pop into my head. And, you know, Eddie Vedder being the singer he is, having the voice he does, it just reminds me of a crazier time that was before when I was born, that my dad maybe was like really a big fan of. And I know Black is also my mom's favorite Pearl Jam song. So it does add points.
Mom rock.
Yeah.
I definitely see that. I mean, Pearl Jam it's Pearl Jam, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everybody who was alive in the 90s and was kind of in their maybe teens to 20s is a huge Pearl Jam fan. So I definitely see the cultural impact there, and I mean, I can I would argue, I would go to say that the Chili Peppers have that same impact, but for just a later generation.
I do hear you. I really do. I think
I would be willing to move on Black just for the band name, but that would be that's a concession from me.
no, I hear you. I think definitely. I personally think really just Black should definitely move on.
Okay, I'll concede. I'll concede to you on that one. We'll go with Black for that one. In our final matchup of the first round, Immigrant Song versus Nutshell by Alice in Chain. Personally for me, I mean, the Alice in Chain Unplugged, one of the greatest performances maybe ever. Immigrant Song, I mean, it's by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Probably the greatest, if not one of the greatest rock and roll bands in history. I would lean towards Immigrant Song on this one, but I'm curious to hear what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think Immigrant Song is just one of those songs, like, I know we were talking about, like, how many movies we've seen it in, and it's just that infamous song, and, like, honestly, Led Zeppelin might have to be my favorite rock band of all time, but then I'm looking at Nutshell by Alice in Chain, and Alice in Chain is one of those artists, again, that I think of just like Pearl Jam, where it's those grungy bands that were, you know, in like the 80s, right? I mean, that time.
Yeah.
And I as much as I do like Immigrant Song, I'm really looking at Nutshell. What do you like? I need to hear your opinion.
Yeah. Well, what I would say is that Nutshell to me feels more like breakup rock than dad rock, because it's so sad. Like, it doesn't really give me the same vibe as maybe some of these other songs like Can't Stop, where it's like really upbeat and happy. That was my reasoning why I think Immigrant Song should move on. But
yeah, I think if we're looking at the like iconic and how much people know it, which we looks like we've been doing so far, and we definitely did it for the Interstate Love Song, and Hotel California side. I think Immigrant Song definitely takes this round, but I think this was, I don't know, is it crazy to call this one the matchup of the bracket?
so far, it would for me it would either be that or Reelin' in the Years, Beast of Burden. That's a pretty heavy matchup on the other side. All right, we'll be right back with the rest of the bracket after this quick break, so don't go anywhere.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really feeling, did you start in the fall? Or it's kind of like more, still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk.
It's over!
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back to This or That. We have made it to the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah. So here we are. We have a lot of good songs left, but there still is more to figure out. So let's get right into it. If we want to start on, we'll start on this side with the number 1 seed, Freebird, against the number 3 seed or 2 seed?
It's 2 seed, yeah.
Number 2 seed, Reelin' in the Years. This is a star matchup.
This is a stat.
Personally, I mean, it's hard not to go with Freebird, especially after Team USA victory today.
Yeah.
Jack Hughes with the overtime
Hughes,
goal. That just bleeds America.
And the Matt Boldy goal too, you know.
Oh.
Don't even get me started on hockey.
What a beauty.
All right, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about music here.
Yep.
So I think, yeah, definitely in this matchup, it's really hard not to go with Freebird. It's just like a staple American dad rock song, you know. And as much as I love Reelin' in the Years, I think, like, if I had to think about it, I think I listen to Reelin' in the Years more than Freebird, probably to like 8-1. But still, I mean, it's Freebird, you know. There's only so much you can say about it.
And I will say, a ripping guitar solo, key part of any dad rock song.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's no solo like the Freebird solo.
And Leonard Skinner as a band just screams dad rock to me. You know, simple man. All of
Only having Lies in your name, that's dad
that's
rock.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going with Freebird?
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. We have High and Dry by Radiohead and Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan.
Definitely a clash of generations here.
Definitely.
Newer versus older. Personally, for me, like when I think dad rock, I'm leaning more towards Rolling Stone.
I see what you're saying.
Because while High and Dry, Radiohead I would still consider dad rock, it's a little bit on the experimental side of where, like a Rolling Stone, I feel like 90% of dads you're going to meet in America, they've heard Like a Rolling Stone, you know. Whether they're a fan or not, that's...
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I think High and Dry, I mean, really just Radiohead as a whole, I love Radiohead personally, but it's just definitely more experimental, as you were saying, and it's much more niche, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we're going for iconic and just popular songs, I think Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan is the easy winner here.
Yeah. All right, I'm with that. Like a Rolling Stone will be our winner for that matchup. Moving on to the other side, we have the other 1 seed, iconic Creedence Clearwater Revival song, Fortunate Son, released in the 1969, really, in the middle of the Vietnam War, and kind of became the, I don't want to say anthem, but the soundtrack of that, a backtrack for that war, versus another iconic song, Hotel California, obviously, like we talked about.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny, because when we were starting to make this bracket and pick out all of the seeds, I was kind of scared that we wouldn't be able to dethrone the 1 seeds, and they were just going to be the final 2, but this honestly completely cleared that up. I feel like Fortunate Son and Hotel California is actually a really good matchup as 2 huge staples of the genre. Yeah. And personally, I think, I don't know, I need more thinking time. You go first.
I'll talk, sure. I mean, my heart's got to go with Fortunate Son. I mean, the imagery that comes to mind when you think about Fortunate Son, I mean, it's iconic of a dad. Think about how many history dads do you know? You know, they're all obsessed with wars or whatnot. The Fortunate Son is the backtrack to that. Hotel California can be overplayed, can be a little bit not my favorite at times. So I'm going to go with Fortunate Son for this one.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to agree with you because I think, as we mentioned before, Hotel California being the most overplayed song probably on this bracket, it just kind of loses that little fun you get from listening to it. And Fortunate Son, you know, it's CCR. How do you not pick the CCR song?
CCR
it's just like they just like rile you up, you know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna move on to the next the next matchup. We have Black and Immigrant Song.
Yeah, I honestly for this one am just feeling Immigrant Song. I feel like it's hard to beat Led Zeppelin. You know, as much as Pearl Jam is a dad rock band, Led Zeppelin is a rock band. You know,
Yeah.
and so I'm I'm thinking Immigrant Song on this one.
I definitely agree with you, honestly, because I feel like Black, it's a great song and all, and I love it for dad rock, but it's just kind of the vibes you were saying before, like, Immigrant Song, it gets me riled up, you know. Black is, it doesn't get me riled up. It's just like, when I think of dad rock, I think of happy, riled up songs.
Yeah, perfect. Which brings us to our quarterfinals, and when we come back from this break, we will find out truly what is the ultimate. Nope. Okay, never mind. We're gonna do the finals right now. Okay. So on the right side, on my side, Fortunate Son versus Immigrant Song. Honestly, I'm still feeling Immigrant Song very heavily.
I see what you're saying. I do like that. I love the Led Zeppelin, you know. But at the other side, you know, it's CCR at the end of the day, and Fortunate Son, like, when we're talking about iconic, I'm thinking Fortunate Son, because I just love that song, you know?
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I think they give the same amount of rock to them. Like, they have the same amount of ump behind them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would be willing to concede on that one.
All right, yeah,
Fortunate
so
Son
Son.
making it to the finals.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then on this side, we have Freebird and Like a Rolling Stone. Personally, it might just be the Bob Dylan coming out, but I don't know how I don't take Rolling Stones here.
It is so hard to try and dethrone Freebird. Especially after my patriotism is at an all-time high after
both teams.
Both Olympic teams. Shout out to the women as well for winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bob Dylan, at the end of the day, Bob Dylan is such a dad artist to me. I feel like.
Yeah. And also, when I think of dad rock, I think of kind of like a softer rock, like Immigrant Song. I think that's a little heavy, but Rolling Stone, like a Rolling Stone, that's exactly what I think of. I think of a rock song that's not really gonna get me. It's not gonna get me amped up to run a marathon. I'm not gonna be listening to it at the gym, you know. But it's a good song that'll put me in a good mood, and that I could just sit on the couch and listen to with my dad. And I know all smiles are going to be as big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, which brings us to our final, Like a Rolling Stone versus Fortunate Son. Whew, what a matchup. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to start, and I'll just throw my hat in the ring for a Fortunate Son. I mean, just the History Channel dad as a vibe, Fortunate Son, war movies, you know, it's used in war movies a lot. That is my ultimate dad rock song.
No, honestly, I don't know how I wouldn't agree with you, and I'm just happy that one seed didn't just
make it to the finals.
So I don't know how I wouldn't agree with Fortunate Son. It's just that's exactly what I think of when I think dad rock. You know, I think of that patriotism. I think of kind of like getting me amped up, but like, you know, as I was saying before, not too amped up. I think of just like songs that really just put me in good moods. You know?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. So there you have it, the holy grail of This or That Dad Rock, Fortunate Son by Clearwater Revival. Okay, I know it might be a burden, but you're going to have to wait 2 weeks for us to return again. We'll be back with our next category, and that is all from us here at This or That. Stay classy, SUNY Oswego.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you, because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Just like that.
That's actually let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
God. All right, put that down.
All right, this numbers like.
You're right.
Sorry.
Yeah.